Good morning, everybody. Before we get into today's update, I want to talk about what to expect. First, we're going to talk about XRP out had the golden cross in the 1 hour and what has to happen for it to maintain that bullish push. We're going to see the retracement as XRP sits around the 0.3955 level, which is right at the support level that it would need to hold to continue pushing up. But if it breaks through this level, it could be the end of the rally, and this could be a fake out. But we'll look at to see exactly what we need to see for that. Also, we're going to look at the DXY, NASDAQ, and S&P as they are getting hammered. The Dow is down better than 300 points at minus 318 points. The S&P is down 48, and the NASDAQ's on 156 points right now. We're going to get into that. We're going to see where the DXY is, and we'll also take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Make sure to hit that like button, as it really does help push me through the analytics as I play the intro. Good morning, 9:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Thursday, February 16th, 2023. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You can see it's a slugfest out here today. Dow's getting slaughtered. S&P is getting hit a little bit, and the NASDAQ's getting hammered. The DXY is up over 104.108, and I don't want to say I told you so, because I don't like to do that, but we talked about how the DXY had to come up to at least the uptrending support at 104.294, and we were all the way down here at 100.66. We talked about as long as we held 100.36 or 32, it was all good. 100.30, as long as we held that last second of the extension, we were fine. We talked about how this is the last hope to break up, and we're going to see if it breaks out of here. If it breaks out of the 104.34 or 32, you can come up to the 106.26. So that's what we're looking here, ladies and gentlemen. No surprises here. But we do have the uptrending resistance, uptrending support. Could it have formed like an ascending triangle pattern? And if it breaks out, it's very bullish. It very well could have. Very well could have. So we're going to watch the U.S. dollar currency index, and that has a direct impact on not just gold and silver, but your risk assets like crypto. It runs opposite typically. Crypto had a nice push up though, so we're going to see how we react today. Gold and silver is under pressure. You got the gold-silver ratio up over 85.18 to 1, so pay attention to that. Total crypto market cap's up to 105 or 1.05 trillion. And to me, with the total crypto market cap, you can see we broke back over the 990 billion, broke up pretty nicely. Looks like we could be on some kind of bull flag. But I talked about once it could get over here, I was looking at the 1.138 trillion. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Let's see if we can continue up and actually make it up there. If we reverse back down and recontend with that 990 billion roughly. So that's what we're going to be looking at right now with total crypto market cap. But I'm more interested in XRP, as it hasn't done like a lot of the market. XRP sitting at 0.3967. So if we go into the XRP chart, it's a beautiful retracement right now. If you were going to play this is a beautiful spot right now. We're holding this 394 level, which is the support we need to hold on this downtrending resistance. It broke down, but it broke up. And now if we hold that, we're going to come up to this falling channel, which we've talked about many, many times at the fours. It's about the 409, 408, but we're coming across. So we'll say 409. But that's the falling channel. So if we want to confirm the falling channel, we would have to hit up there. We've already broke out here, and it doesn't look like this pattern's all the way done unless we do break down. But we're going to have to lose the 394 and then ultimately lose the 386 for this pattern to reverse back down. So as of right now, XRP's putting in a little bit of a nice push up, but it is finished the cup and handle. This cup and handle finished around the 408 level, 405, actually about the 405. 404, but we're looking to come all the way up here to the 4086 approximately, see if we could break out of there and then ultimately re-push that top that we formed at 432. That's what we're looking at here, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a great retracement after a push up to the 405 roughly. We've retraced back down to the 394 level, and so far we've held. But if we continue to break down, your first sign that something's wrong is if we break that 386 in the 1 hour. Now, what I will say is if you go to the 2 hour, we've completed a golden cross here this morning. So we have a golden cross formation in the 2 hour. And as long as we don't lose this around the 392, this should bounce up. And if we don't lose it, at some point we're going to be seeing the 408 level. That's what it looks like to me. But we could always break down. But as of right now, the 408 level looks like it's on deck, especially if the broader crypto market ends up pushing up. If we look at the grand patterns, this is like what I call the all-time pattern. We've got all the situations that can happen. And if you look right now, if you look at the all-time patterns, we're actually coming up on a major resistance level, depending on which time frame you want to go to. And that resistance level is the breakdown up here at 408 roughly. So our next level to break out of is we would have to get back over that 408. And that's where we broke out, or broke down out of what we could say started off as an ascending triangle, but then we broke down out of it. Uptrending support. We got that downtrending resistance that meets. We were kind of in an ascending fashion as we were breaking up. And then we finally broke down from this uptrending support. And now we're trying to backtest it. So if we backtest it and fail it at 408, that is a huge backtest and a failure. And that would mean XRP is very, very bearish. So we need to watch exactly how this plays out, because there's no way to make a honest, calculated, and informed decision without those factors. And now we need to see how the market makers decide to push the market. XLM as well is struggling. It's down under 9 cents at 0.884. If we take a look at XLM's chart, it's up at the top of the downtrending resistance. We need to break out of the 905 level, which we've failed so far. We're coming to reconsolidate on the 20-day. We've had a golden cross here in the 2 hour time frame as well on XLM. So XRP and XLM have made a golden cross in the 2 hour time frame, which is bullish if we can hold this level. So we're looking at XLM to hold the 881, at worst the 871. So pay attention to that with XLM. If it breaks out, XLM could be running up to that 99 level, but first it would have to break that 948 roughly. Actually, I would look at the 96 and then the 99. So that's what we're looking at for XLM, but it too has held its lowest uptrend, and it formed like a, well, I mean, it's getting to the apex moment here. So we'll see if we can break this downtrending resistance, which is held every single time. And these were the mid levels, but the uptrending down here, downtrending here. And we're going to see exactly if we can pop up or break down. But we need to get over the 9 cent mark for XLM. And then we could possibly push up to the 9.9 if we could break out of this formation. But it's going to take a little bit of work, even though we have formed a golden cross here in the 2 hour time frame. So it looks like it's working its way up steadily. So we have to pay attention to that. And then DGB. I want to do a DGB this morning. GGB has also formed a golden cross here in the 2 hour time frame. Had a huge wick down, but right now DGB is going to look to hold the 0.10 or the 0.0104 level. If we hold that, our next pull around, and it tried to hit it already, but we're between this 0104 and the 119, the 0119. So basically, if DGB comes back down here and you see it hold this 0.104, we may have further ambitions to come up here to this 0.0119, which we've already attempted once. But having the golden cross in the 2 hour time frame leads, and it seems to suggest to me that the broader markets are still looking to move up higher. We'll know a lot more if we were to break this uptrending support at 0.104. And then we would lose the 0.102 would be an ultimate confirmation there if we're going to try to reverse back down to the 0.087 level. Now what we need to watch for as the market pumps is that Binance is still settling their thing. It looks like they're going to pay some fines, and then we're going to have to see what the further fallout is, but we'll have to see about that as the days to come. But I don't want to FUD this up talking about Binance. And we'll end this with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is far over this multi-year trend line, and now that it put in what looks like a bull flag, it looks like it's trying to come up into this 25K level and then ultimately the 26,500. If you're asking me, that's the next major formation Bitcoin needs to come up to. And now that it's had the golden cross in the 2 hour, and maybe the 3 and the 4, well, I can't have it in the 4 because of the way the patterns are, but it looks like we're going to have some kind of retracement here. Even if we continue up, it looks like we're going to start the day off with a little bit of a retracement. But you have to pay attention to these patterns appropriately. I'm XRP Future Millionaire. If you got any value out of this update, make sure to hit that like button. If you want to trade on the exchanges that I use, BITGET, MEXC, and or UPHOLD, it's in the video description below. No spot fees for BITGET and MEXC, so I advise that. And UPHOLD's my safest. It just has highest spot fees, and I have my most capital there. You can join Tom's Army. It's in the video description below and in the pinned message. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag fight assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if I don't do my part and you don't do your part, what the hell is the point? And then I want everybody in the comments. Hashtag be better, do better.